What's up, y'all? This be your boy Scotty, and you're watching my testimony. If you're just now tuning in and you're just not subscribing to me and you're new to me, my testimony is basically me testifying about my life, things that are going on in my life, things that I want to share. And, I am very much an open book to everyone who's been subscribed to me for the last 2.5 years. So, with that being said, let's get into the video. I'm recording this video before I record my Real Housewives of New Jersey video, which will be later on tonight. So let's get into this video, shall we? Okay, so with that being said, this video is basically me talking about where I am right now as far as relationship is concerned. And I'm just going to tell y'all a couple of things that I've been thinking about and where I am and what I want to do and what I can't do and everything else regarding a relationship. Okay? So as you guys know, I've probably made probably 4 or 5 at the most. 4 or 5 videos, 4 or 5 testimony videos about my last relationship regarding my ex. And the last video that I made was in April, and that was the last time I spoke to my ex. And I'm just gonna follow that up with what's going on with me now. Everybody knows the story who's been watching my videos that I was involved with this person from April 2010 on up to July 2010, and then we kind of went back and forth for the next 2-3 years, so to speak. One minute we're cool, the next minute we're not. One minute we're trying to get things right, then they fuck up, and then it's World War III, basically. So, this is where I've been regarding relationships. The last time I talked to my ex was in April, and that basically closed that chapter of that whole 3-year struggle with love, heartbreak, and everything. Simply because the name of that testimony video is called It Ain't All Bad, which was named after the Fantasia song It Ain't All Bad off her new album Side Effects, which is in stores right now. Go get it. But that was over simply because what happened was an eye opener. They left me alone for no reason, but when they finally did come back, they was in a relationship. And by the time they started back talking to me again, by the time they wanted to say something to me again, it was over. But they said that the relationship wasn't really over, and there was a possibility that they might get back together. At least that's what they said. So, with that being said, that really let me know that they was never the one for me. They were never honest with me like I was honest with them. And they basically let me know that I deserved much better than I was getting. And, with that being said, that was basically the end. Sometimes you could be dealing with things and dealing with somebody, over and over again. And you know what I mean? It's crazy because it's real crazy because of the simple fact, you could be dealing with somebody and then everybody be telling you what the real is, but then, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to see what the real is because you're so into this person and you're so wrapped up in them. But it takes one situation that'll get your thought process right back like, wow. They was really telling me the truth. It's really like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that was for me. And from that point on, after that, there's a lot of things I wanted to do. I wanted to bust windows. I wanted to fight. I wanted to kill. I wanted to do a lot of stuff because my feelings was hurt. And, once I feel like I'm being hurt and once I'm feeling some type of way, you know what I'm saying, all hell breaks loose. I take it to the extreme. And that's what I wanted to do. But as I said last video, I went off to Alabama for the weekend. Once I came back, I had a clear mind. And I was feeling so much better. So I would say like a month later, I went out with some friends. And they were basically talking to me about where I am relationship-wise. And I said, I'm fine. I don't think about my ex anymore. I don't talk about my ex anymore. the most I do is listen to a song or whatever, and then it might put me right back in that place. But as far as thinking about them over on nonstop all day or whatever, that is not even the case anymore. Like, I don't even think about my ex anymore. They're not important to me. They're nothing to me with that situation. So they asked me a question. My best friend, whose mother just passed a few weeks ago, asked me if your ex walked in this, because we were at McDonald's. If your ex walked in this McDonald's while we sitting in here, would you speak? And I said, no. And then they said, well, that means you're not over your ex. Then I said, that's not true. I can be over somebody and not feel the need to speak to them. I just don't think that I'm a realist. So I feel like if I'm speaking to you, that means I'm sincerely saying, hey, how you doing? If I speak to this motherfucker, that means I'm just speaking just to prove a point. I don't need to prove a point to anyone. You know what I'm saying? I don't like them. So with that being said, I have another ex that I can speak to, I can talk to, I can text every now and then, because we broke up on a good note. But with this one, I don't like them. They did too much to me, and there's a big difference. I can be over somebody, but not be over what the hell they did. So I'm over them as a person. I don't give a fuck about them. I don't give a fuck if I ever see them again. But with that being said, when somebody do so many things like that to you, there's no coming back from it. I'm not going to be nice. I'm not going to speak. Because if I speak, that means that there's an opening for them to come back in my life. And with that being said, there's not an opening, so I'm not going to speak. And, they were convinced that I wasn't over them or wasn't, whatever. But I really do feel like I am over them because I don't ever think about it anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never think about it. I hardly ever talk about it. It's like, the only time I really talk about it is when me and my friends engage in relationships and talk about our past or whatever. And, of course, that's one of the main people that's going to come up because that's the one I dealt with a lot with. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm going to talk about it a lot when it comes to that. But just in my regular day, I can go on about my day and not have them on my mind. Why? Because I could give two fucks about what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. So another conversation that we had, it was like 2-3 weeks before my friend's mom passed. We were sitting in the car outside my house and we were having a conversation. And I told him, I was like, I haven't had sex in 8 months. No, haven't been physical at all. No sex, no head, no kiss, no nothing. I have been physical with anyone in 8 months. And he was like, Scotty, that's a good thing. You should stay celibate. That I am so proud of you. That is so good. I'm like, but that wasn't by choice. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't by choice. I wasn't celibate by choice. That's not something that I chose. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, but that's a good thing, Scott. That is really a good thing for you to not be having sex, to not be, having casual sex like that. You know what I'm saying? Basically. And I can count on my hands how many times I had sex last year, and it was twice. You know what I'm saying? I can count on my hands on how many times I had sex over the last couple of years because I don't have it often. So when it comes and when it's offered and I know I ain't done nothing in a minute and it's familiar, I be like, sure, let's go. But, that's not gonna, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? And let me just clarify, if I do have sex with someone, it's not somebody that I don't know. It's always something familiar. Somebody that I've always had a liking to. Someone I've had at least a friendship with. And it's only been 2 people, I think. Yeah, 2 people over the last 2 years. It's only been 2 people. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I didn't choose to be celibate. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I chose. I didn't want to be celibate. But he was like, that's a good thing because you just got out of a situation, even though you've been out of it for a long time, but you just closed a chapter in your life. And that means no sex till you get in a relationship. And even when you get in a relationship, you still shouldn't have sex right away. Wait 3 months to have sex with that person. Make them wait 3 months. And see, I'm not the type of person that likes to wait. If I want to have sex, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to have sex, I'm going to have sex. I really don't have any standards when it comes down to what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. So if I'm involved with somebody and I want to have sex with them, I'm going to do it. I mean, I don't feel like it's anything wrong with you just doing what the fuck you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But you know, at this stage in my life and after everything that I've gone through as far as relationships is concerned, I might want to slow down. So when it comes down to my friend's boyfriend, they got a friend or whatever, and he keeps telling me about them, and they like, you know, they're so much similar to you. They, you know, just like your friendship with, he basically compares my friendship with my best friend to his friendship with his best friend. So it's basically this, you know, a foursome that's never been built so far, but, you know, he wants to build it. So my best friend's boyfriend was like, well, I have somebody for you. I think you should meet them. You should go out on a date with them. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm not opposed to that at all. Because I feel like it's at this point in time, I think I should date. Because I really haven't had a relationship in over 3 years, and I've only been involved with one person for 3 years, going back and forth with them and getting my heart broken every chance I get. So I was like, it'd be nice to have a change of scenery. It's not like I'm trying to walk down the aisle with somebody, you know what I'm saying? But dating would be fine for me, you know, even though I've only had 2 relationships out of my whole life. I have never really just had a real date, like going out to dinner or going this place, going that place. You know, like I never had that type of date before. I don't know what it's like to be on a date. So of course, it's pretty much nerve-wracking for me because of the simple fact that, you know, I don't know what to say. I got a big mouth. I got no filter. My mouth gets me in trouble. What if I say the wrong thing? What if I say the most unflattering thing? What if I do this? What if I'm too honest? What if I'm too abrasive? What if I, you know, all those questions come to play. And you know, another one of my friends was like, well, Scotty, your big mouth is what makes people love you. This is why everybody loves you so much. It's because you got a big mouth. It's because you say what's real. And because you speak your mind regardless of what anyone says about it. But I know that sometimes that can be something that destroys me. Because I do got a big mouth and sometimes I don't know when to shut the fuck up. And I've said very many times. But, you know, like my best friend's boyfriend was like, well, don't think too much into it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You deserve to go out on a date. You deserve to explore. You deserve to do this. You deserve to do that. I mean, this is all about your redemption, you know, as far as you're concerned. Like, you're trying to get back into school. You're this close to having this job. You are getting rid of the baggage. It's like you are, you know, trying to step yourself up and redeem yourself. And I think that you deserve to go out on a date or whatever. And I think I deserve it too. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't been in no relationship in a minute, so it's like, you know, whatever. But then on the flip side, there's a specific person that I know. And I have been communicating with them for almost a year. I think it'll be a year in July, I think. And I've been communicating with them, and they are a YouTuber. And I will never say who they are because that's too much information. However, we text, we talk. And I really do like them. You know what I mean? Like, I really do like them. We have some of the same views on relationships. We have some of the same views on a lot of things. But see, the thing is, they are a lot different from me. I'm a firecracker. I don't like to fight, but I will fight, whether I get my ass beat or not. I'm loud. I'm ratchet. Totally different from them. The only difference is they live so far away from me. And I really do believe that if they didn't live so far away from me, that something would happen. And I really do think that if it wasn't for the distance, I would probably have that one. You know, I'd probably be like Tamar Braxton. You know, what is it? You know very well who you are. You're the only one. You got my heart. No one too many, but I'm the only one to break your heart. I remember it's the way we can. Okay, but that's what I'd be singing if it wasn't for the distance. And I always tell them that a lot, like, oh, I wish that, it was different. But, it can't be. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody that live that far away from you, that'll be very unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? So, I just, like they always tell me, maybe one day it'll happen, maybe one day it won't. But, it is what it is. I just have to accept it for what it is. But, that's just how life is for me as far as, me being by myself. Do I like being by myself? No. Do I like being celebrated? No. But that's just how the cookie crumbles for me. So, what do you think? I just basically got rid of something 2 months ago. It's about to be 3 months in July. I basically got rid of something 2 and a half months ago. And I'm practically over it by this point. And I'm looking to build myself up. Go out on dates. Just do something. Have fun. Not have all this trust and believe baggage on me. Because everybody know that was one song I played a lot. So, what do you guys think? And that's the end of my video. Name of this video, I won't have no name for this video until it's time for me to post it. But, with that being said, follow me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/Mr_still standing without the G. If I haven't followed you back, please tweet me and say follow back and I will. Follow me on Instagram at King of the South 23. And I'm now on Vine and my name is Rebelia Scotty on Vine. Basically the same damn thing I am on Twitter. So with that being said, you guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to chuck the deuce and get ready for Real Housewives of New Jersey and call one of my friends back because she been calling me all day and I ain't been answering my phone because I ain't felt like talking. So I'm going to go ahead and call her back until Real Housewives of New Jersey come on. I'm going to do my video a little bit later tonight and I'm out of here, you guys. Peace.